Neanderthals were stronger. The Bosque people are smarter, but Homo sapiens survived because Homo sapiens is smart. Wrong. Of all the human species that have ever appeared on Earth, Homo sapiens has the fourth largest brain capacity. The reason why we can rule the Earth today is it's not because Homo sapiens is strong, not smart either. It's the ability of the cognitive revolution. This ability is amazing. A long time ago, a strange upgrade occurred inside the brain of Homo sapiens. This is the cognitive revolution. At that time, Homo sapiens was very ordinary, can make stone tools, can use fire, will hunt in groups. Cognitive revolution is not about language ability, because Neanderthals also have genes related to language. They can also produce complex syllables. The difference is that Homo sapiens gained a new ability, express and believe in those never seen before, even things that don't exist at all. Equivalent to various religions today, language can only convey information about the physical world. For example, remind your companions to be careful, or tell them there is fruit by the river. But Homo sapiens can create fictitious information about gods, nation, law, currency, company. These concepts exist only in the collective imagination. Archaeologists at the Tade Cave in Germany, a small statue carved from scolding ivory was found, about 30 cm high. The upper body is human, the lower body is a lion. About 40,000 years ago, this statue does not actually exist in nature, a completely imaginary creature. To carve it out, the maker must first be in his own mind, conceive an image never seen before, then spend hundreds of hours polishing it. This is also evidence of the cognitive revolution. It shows that Homo sapiens at that time already have the ability to think abstractly and fictionally, ability to create things that do not exist in reality. And Jiang Qi expressed it, the urge to share with others, the ability to make up stories, quickly turned into three powerful advantages. First, fictional stories create trust mechanisms beyond bloodborne. Before, all primates on Earth, including other races, they can only rely on blood or long-term relationships to build trust. When a group exceeds approximately 150 people, their intimate relationship cannot be maintained. The group will split, but Homo sapiens broke this ceiling. If two Homo sapiens believe the same fictional story, for example, Mother Earth protects our tribe, even if we don't know each other, can also generate trust. We can worship together, fight together, share food together. That is to say, you don't need to know someone. As long as you believe the same story, you are your own people. So a flag. This allows many people to act together, work together for the same goal. The same is true for modern humans. Similar terrorist group incidents occurred in the last century. Secondly, fictional stories enable Homo sapiens to realize large-scale and flexible collaboration. You might say, ants can also cooperate on a large scale. Millions of ants can build complex nests together. But in fact, ant cooperation is stereotyped. It's determined by genes, is single and dull. Homo sapiens is just the opposite, because the rules of their cooperation are themselves fictitious, so you can modify it at any time. Today, a tribe can believe the gods command us to move eastward, so hundreds of people moved collectively. You can believe it again tomorrow. The gods changed their minds, so everyone went west again. This seems to Neanderthals totally crazy behavior. They will only rely on actual prey tracks, migrate with seasonal changes. How could it be because of an invisible god? Change as you say, but it is this seemingly crazy ability, giving Homo sapiens unparalleled adaptability. When the environment changes, Neanderthals took tens of thousands of years to evolve. To grow a more cold-resistant nose, Homo sapiens only needs to spread a story. We can sew animal skin coats, and within a generation, from the African grasslands to the Arctic Circle. Third, fictional stories fuel cultural evolution. To replace genetic evolution, evolving Homo sapiens, the main evolution of other human species is genetic. Accidental genetic mutations in individuals, if it is beneficial to survival, will slowly spread in the population. This process takes tens of thousands of years, or even longer. Homo sapiens have cultural evolution. If you have a good idea, such as bow and arrow, can be taught and imitated through stories, spread across the continent within months. Homo sapiens don't wait for genetic mutation, just need to learn. You can acquire skills you wouldn't otherwise have. The reason why the culture of Homo sapiens spread so quickly, it's because of fictional stories, able to attach knowledge to myths. Competitive heroes, legend one, easier to remember and spread. For example, if you tell others, there's a ghost in that forest, it will spread to everyone soon. But if you say, the heavy metal content in the soil in that forest exceeded the legal limit, most likely no one will care. Over time, Homo sapiens formed a wide-ranging trade and information networks. Neanderthal tribes rarely communicated with each other, even hate each other. At a technical level, ancient Homo sapiens, already in the Lascaux caves in France, painted a beautiful bison mural, can sew leather jackets that fit well, attack prey from a distance with a spear thrower. At the same time, Neanderthals, still holding Shimao. It's not because Neanderthals were stupid, it's because they lack a culture of large-scale information sharing. A Neanderthal's sudden inspiration for invention. It is easy for him to disappear completely with his death, and the invention of Homo sapiens could quickly become standard across the continent. Archaeologists at Shur Cave in Israel, ancient Homo sapiens tomb discovered. The dead were carefully arranged. There were funerary objects such as deer antlers beside him. This means Homo sapiens already believe in fictional concepts such as an afterlife, and in Neanderthal caves in the same area, although there are also burial phenomena. But the burial was crude. From this point of view, there are already differences between the two races, and Homo sapiens quickly formed. Extensive trade network. Obsidian can be sourced from faraway places. Homo sapiens tribe. Seashells can span half a continent, circulated as decoration. This is not just the flow of matter, it is also the flow of information technology alliances. When a tribe of Homo sapiens encountered a famine, they can call on distant allies for help, and when Neanderthals encountered famine, they can only starve to death or kill each other. So, how did the Neanderthals disappear? Were they massacred by Homo sapiens? Things are not that simple. Actually, Homo sapiens have been found eating Neanderthal bones, suggesting extreme competition. But more often, extinction is a slow process. Homo sapiens, with their higher population and adaptability, squeeze step by step Neanderthal living space, and Homo sapiens did not completely wipe them out. Modern genetic research shows all people outside Africa. Duzai brought about 1.5% 2% Neanderthal DNA. Neanderthal genes, infused with the blood of Homo sapiens, continues to spread to this day. The victory of Homo sapiens is not simply replacement. It is a complex absorption and integration. Evolutionary results of all species finally converged on Homo sapiens. Back to the original question, why among the 21 species of Homo, only Homo sapiens survived? The answer is not the strongest, not the smartest either, but Homo sapiens has the ability to create virtual. With this ability, Homo sapiens can believe in the same myth, collaborate with thousands of strangers, can create money, complete an exchange beyond blood ties. It is conceivable that law and the state organize an unprecedentedly large society. No need to wait for your body to get stronger, because you can use bow and arrow, clothing, architecture, transform the environment. There is another reason that has been ignored. Homo sapiens have a very broad diet. Neanderthals were specialized feeders, rely mainly on large animals. Once prey dwindles into extinction crisis, Homo sapiens eat almost anything: grass, seed, shellfish, insect, fish, rhizome, egg, even the cactus in the desert. Neanderthal looks like a sports car. You can be invincible when the road is smooth, but once you enter the suburbs, sports cars are also equivalent to scrap metal, and Homo sapiens is like an off-road vehicle, can run any way. Today, people are still creating new fictional stories. For example, the company state human rights metaverse. They exist only in the collective imagination, but it actually changed the world.